Alright, what's drippin', guys? I'm Drip Thulu. And I'll be the first one to say it, right? Humans, we've come a long way, right? We used to wipe our asses with crumpled leaves, and now we've evolved to smearing our rosy peaches with circumcised trees. Wait, holy shit, I just fucking rhymed. I didn't even mean to do that, to be honest. Anyway, for most species, evolution and natural selections are, that usually means that the smart and the useful have babies. But for some reason, humans decided to run backwards, and I don't mean that we're turning to hunchbacks that communicate with growls and rhythmic ass beatings. Instead, it's like common sense took a shit then flew out the damn window. There was a time when parents said, "No, Timmy, don't do that," and then the kids would listen. But now when parents say, "No, Timmy, don't do that," they think, Tide Pod, tasty. People didn't need to experience something to know it wasn't good for them. Everyone should know that penetrating your anus with a wine bottle, wide end first, is generally not a great idea. But these fucking idiots refuse to listen to their brain that says don't do it, and listen to that tiny shriveled up voice in their back telling them why not. Why? Why on God's green earth is that? Well, it's simple. Internet clout / internet fame. To these morons, if they can get a taste, a single droplet of this mythological fame, then they'll be content. They'll transcend into a greater species where they no longer need to poop and pee into a toilet. Now with their newfound mega hemorrhoids, they've achieved Zen. They found inner peace, which is of course all bullshit. You'd think these young brainiacs who think they know it all might have thought twice after the whole Tide Pod challenge popped off and then popped a bunch of them into the hospital. However, these brain-dead Neanderthals continue to do the same stupid shit in the hopes that their dumbass stunts will get them those juicy, succulent, finger-lickingly tasty numbers. They see a trend doing well on social media and they think, yes, this is my one-way ticket to fame and money. And little do they know they've managed to shorten their lifespan to about 5 minutes. For the first two trends, I can't find any decent footage on the internet and they've been taken off TikTok. But they're not exactly hard to imagine either. The first trend is the Benadryl challenge, which was pretty large around a year ago, which is exactly as it sounds. In the challenge, you have to take extremely large doses of Benadryl to get hallucinations and trip. Do I even need to explain how stupid this is? These teens are literally overdosing on fucking Benadryl, a medicine so strong that a few pills can probably put down a mid-sized gorilla while having enough extra energy to smack its future generations. The FDA literally issued a statement warning against this trend. The fact that an organization like them had to step in, take their socks off, stick their fat toe out and draw a line in the sand, all just to tell people something that's as complicated as 2 + 2 = 4? And to think that these high IQ geniuses are supposed to be the future of the Earth. Why care about global warming and nuclear war? Earth has some more pressing matters at hand. People will probably be driven to extinction when eventually the stand in front of the train trend pops off, or when the put the bullet into your head trend gains traction. For all those lucky bastards or people who don't spend much time on the internet, God bless your soul. You're doing yourself the biggest favor in your life. Because not too long ago, there was another trend which was arguably even stupider than the last one. It's called the Blackout Challenge, and for the innocent pure who may think that this maybe relates to flipping your switch down in your circuit breaker and causing a blackout, and then being a complete nuisance to your whole family and then filming their reactions, well, little Bobby and little Sally, while again you're being a nuisance and you're really annoying, I really truly wish that the challenge was that harmless. What it really is that the challenger, or in this case the suicidal moron, choke themselves until they black out. Yep, people thought it was a great idea to block their air for minutes at a time until they fade into unconsciousness. Some single-digit IQ younglings may try to argue, but wait, Thulu, it's not like you'll die, since if you black out, your grip on your neck will loosen and air will come flooding back into your lungs. Which to that I say, wow, you probably like having your steak cooked well done, and you probably believe that the government is giving us COVID. Here's the thing, yeah, you won't die of suffocation from the challenge, but some other funny stuff happens to your body when you don't breathe for that long. For example, after 3 minutes of choking yourself, you can suffer permanent brain damage. Yay, trends. At one time I thought that maybe these stupid trends were in a way natural selection. If someone was dumb enough to try it and died because of it, well, they clearly weren't fit to survive. And at this point, I'm basically convinced that's exactly what it is. Dangerous trends are just a fancy way of natural selection getting around humans learning all the life hacks to not dying. Thousands of years ago, nature used to have speed runs of how quickly it could kill people off. However, I think even Mother Nature is realizing that it can't resort to the same tactics and tricks that it used to. I mean, look at COVID. Had that happened a few hundred years ago, it'd probably be marked as the second coming of Christ with the amount of bodies that would have been stacked. I think Mother Nature is realizing that these complicated plans aren't even needed anymore. Like, why create a whole virus from scratch and have to deal with all that convoluted bullshit when you can just convince one person it would be a great idea to make a trend from popping way too many pills? While we're on the topic of COVID, remember about a year and a half ago, there was the whole coronavirus challenge where attention-seeking whores decided while at the height of the pandemic, it would be a great idea to go on the public wasteland and lick dirty objects like toilet seats? These oafs have managed to simultaneously put themselves at risk and anyone else that comes into contact with them if they do come out positive. And not only that, but they were able to achieve the amazing feat of licking 1,000 dirty buttholes all at the same time. And let's not forget that there are definitely people who have splash piss all over the seats. And also, with the kind of atrocities that have been committed in those public restrooms, you know, the kind of horrors that are most likely banned in the Geneva Convention, are all going into their mouths and mingling between each other. For some reason, despite all of this, the thought of 5 minutes of fame made these people salivate so much that they had to unleash their hormonal desires on public poop-infested toilet seats. Because of this trend, quite a few people did end up contracting COVID, and while I would like to say that this is a win for humanity and justice has been served, and hopefully these dumbasses would have learned their lesson, I can't even say that because there are most likely a lot of people that have been affected by these inbred trogs. All due to their unholy lust for fame, these people have become real detriments to society. God damn, it must seriously suck to be a parent in this day and age. I mean, losing your child is already horrible enough, but imagine if they died because of stupid trends like this. Not only do you have to deal with the loss of them, but then when people ask what happened to your child, you'll either have to lie or suck up your pride like a bare nutsack meeting cold air and tell them, my child died from running his tongue over the rim of a porta potty. I mean, some could argue that it's the parents' fault for not guiding them better, which is definitely an argument to be made, but even with perfect parenting, it's still possible that the kid, in a lapse of stupidity, still do it anyway. So yeah, these trends suck, and they're stupid. If you know anyone that would do these kinds of things for any reason, please tell them to use their single functioning brain cell and not do it. Anyone that agrees or disagrees, if you think I'm a prophet bringing forth holy words or a Satanist telling lies of the devil, please let me know in the comments, as I am a small, practically non-existent channel, so I will read all the comments. If anyone has any burning topics they want me to rant about, feel free to also leave it in the comment section. And I know that people always say to like and subscribe to the point that it really no longer holds any meaning, but definitely do like and subscribe because it does help me out a lot if you do. It's been fun. See you all later. Have a decent day. Ciao.